Okay, so welcome to our Sunday night Mullins Nation training. My name is Jenna Bolton, for those that don't know who I am, and I know there's lots of new people around. I'm an executive regional vice president with this amazing company, Arbonne, and I have the pleasure of doing the training tonight. So just want to say nothing that I say tonight. Well, for some people that are new, this is actually going to be fairly new information, but for those that tune into these calls frequently, I'm not going to say anything too earth shattering. It's not going to be anything like, oh, like I've never heard that before, but it may just resonate with you tonight. It might just be your mindset that you're in, or something that I say might just resonate. So I am going to be talking about duplication and sponsoring, or sponsoring and duplication. And the reason why we chose this topic for tonight is because it's so important to do this in your business if you want to grow a legacy, sustainable business. Okay. So the first thing I'm just going to say, we're going to get into like the meat and potatoes, but the first thing I just want to say is, we've been doing our business in Arbonne. Arbonne has been really CQV focused, and CQV is client, like your client sales. So when someone purchases the GGG, that's a CQV. And we've been very focused on running our businesses that way. And for good reason. We need a very good balance in our business of preferred clients and independent consultants. But what has happened is we've been so focused on building our businesses with the products that we've it's teetered a bit, that we've let the consultant piece come way down. And what the problem is, not problem, but what's happening is that we're having months in our business, like this month is a very good example, where sales are crazy because it's Black Friday. But then what happens is, if you're just sponsoring PCs, preferred clients, into your business, the next month in your business can sometimes fall flat if you don't have anyone in qual, or you're not sponsoring consultants. So PCs don't duplicate unless they turn into a consultant, which does happen. ICs duplicate. So I want you to think about your business, and I want you to think, are you in this for like the short game with just posting that GGG link and getting the preferred client, or are you in the long game? And I know so many of us are lifers with Arbonne, right? We want to create legacy businesses that we can then pass down to our children. That is the goal, right? For some of us. And like I said, I'm not putting a blanket statement on this. Some people just want to work their business selling, like being an affiliate and just doing that, like the link here, link there. And that's okay. But I just want to get that out there, that we need to start focusing our attention more on sponsoring consultants, because I know I speak for so many people when I say that things are feeling, some people, like, you're feeling stuck and you're just like my business isn't growing. And the reason your business isn't growing is because you're simply not sponsoring independent consultants. So I wrote down a bunch of notes. So I just want to make sure that I'm staying on track. So if you're posting, so I'm just going to talk about social media, Natalie's favorite right now. If you're posting on, like, a lot of people are on social media. Okay. So that's a huge presence in today's society. If you're posting on social media and you're like, oh, well, all I post about is like the GGG and like protein shakes and the derm results, that is amazing. But you need to start posting about the business. You need to start going live about the business. You have to start sharing about what this business can do for people. And you might be sitting here going, like, I know, like, I share a lot about Arbonne on social media, but you have to feel like a broken record. You have to post and post and post and post and until you build the trusting relationship with people, because people do business with people they like and trust. And by you showing up and you staying consistent and you posting over and over and over again, whether it's the products or talking about the business, you are going to build trust with someone, and they're finally going to go, you know what? I want to do business with this person because they're consistent and they show up. You want people to think of you when they think of Arbonne. You want to be the first person they think of. And that's actually kind of funny, because that's kind of how I sponsored my new, just today I sponsored her, and she's my esthetician, but she actually went on a trip to Mexico, and she met an Arbonne consultant in Mexico, and they started talking to her about Arbonne, and Callie was like, Jenna, I need to talk. So I had already kind of talked to her about Arbonne a little bit, but that person talking to her kind of pushed her over the edge. And then she's like, cause I gave her fizz. She's like, I think I need to hear more about this. So you just have to stay the consistent part, be showing up, and people will come around. And I've seen it happen so many times. Okay. So Be consistent on social media, build trust. This is where we talk about the systems. Okay. So now we're getting into the sponsoring piece and what we have for systems and what you need to do to build a business and duplicate yourself. So we have a piece in this pie. We have a responsibility as a consultant to learn our systems. Okay. And you need to kind of learn all the systems because, and when you're first starting, it's a lot because you're like, oh my gosh, like systems, like what, don't worry about learning everything in a day, but you do need to know all of our systems for this fact. You are going to sponsor a whole different, like, diverse team. Okay. So there's going to be people that are older. You might sponsor a 60-year-old and they don't know anything about social media. So what system are you going to teach them that they can then feel comfortable to grow their business? You're probably going to show them that they can do an in-house party, right? You're probably going to show them like our different systems to like for that person, for that specific person. If you sponsor someone like I just did that has a 500,000 follower on TikTok, you're going to show her the recommended cart links and she's going to plug those all in because she's literally going to probably make sales and sign up PCs not even knowing, like with that amount of following, which is brilliant. But like we had this chat today, I'm like, you don't post and pray. Like you really still have to show up and you also have to follow up. Nat and I talked about this the other day. If you're getting sales from social media or if anything, if you meet someone in the grocery store and you talk to them about buying the GGG, they're like, oh, I need like something to de-bloat, blah, blah, blah. You sell them the GGG, they sign up, it's a PC, they try it, they're going to love the products because, like, let's be honest, everyone loves our products. Then you're going to follow up and go, you know what, like, have you ever thought about doing this business? And then you introduce the Is Arbonne for You. And I'm going to show you what that is because everyone should know that Is Arbonne for You document inside and out. It's a very quick and easy way to send it to somebody, to go over it with somebody. You can be on a walk and talking about it. And it's in our Boards app. So if you don't have the app Boards, Boards, you need to download that app and you need to be added into the multi-region board because it has all of our resources. Thank you, Brittany Kelly. Shout out to you because you are amazing and you keep it updated. It has all the resources you ever could possibly need. And when you're getting started as a new consultant, there's a getting started folder. You start with that folder and once you, I'm like, I have so many thoughts in my head. They're all just like, whoa. Once you sign up a new consultant, this is how I work with my consultants. I get them to do the getting started folder. And when they're done, we move on to the next step. At the same time, part of our system is getting people to book 2 to 4 launches. So they can be in person, they can be on Zoom, however they're comfortable doing that. You want to get them into massive activity as soon as possible, which is IPAs, income producing activities. So 10 IPAs in a rolling month is what we go for. And if you're on social media and you're posting links and you're doing all that stuff, 10 GGGs. So you just want to get going with clients. If you can get your new consultants a paycheck in the first week of their business or 2 weeks, like I've just done with Brittany's on the call tonight, one of my new consultants that just went to Mr. Manager, shout out to you, girlfriend. She is so coachable and she has just been sharing, being genuine, being authentic and herself. And that's how she's running this business and being successful so quickly. And there was a thought I was just going to say, but I can't even remember what it was. You just have to get people making, paycheck. So she's made a really good paycheck in the last 3 weeks because she just dove into activity and she followed what I told her to do. Not that I'm her manager, but she's very coachable. So I have a note in here and I don't know if it's in the exact sequence of what I'm saying right now, but I don't want to forget it. If you're on this call or you're going to listen to this call and you are feeling stuck in your business and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like I signed somebody up and then they don't do like what you're saying all your consultants are doing, Jenna. Like, and this isn't for everyone that I've sponsored. I've sponsored some people that just like do nothing. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. Okay. So if you're doing your part, take the pressure off you. Like it's not you. You can sign up, like you could sign up 5 people and 4 of them do absolutely nothing because that's just who, like, not to sound like rude, but like that's just who they are. They're just like they signed up and they're not going to do anything and they never were. And then you can have one person that's like, it's like a hallelujah. Like you write them something for them to do and they've already done it. And you're like, okay, I need about 6 more of you. Like that is the vibe with my team right now. Like, and I know is Braden on? I think Braden's on, isn't she? Yes, she is. So Braden's team is also duplicating really, really well. Hey, girl. So our teams are both sponsoring right now, and we're duplicating and we're duplicating. We have another consultant signing up tonight on Brittany's success line under Heather, which is just so phenomenal. Like, it's all so exciting. And what I want you to know is that, like, when you're sponsoring this many people, it's going to get like kind of crazy. It's going to get exciting. But ask yourself, would you rather have your business be like super exciting and like on fire and have so much going on that you're like, oh my gosh, like I don't know, that's what we want, right? That's what we're going for. That's the vibe that we want. And it can feel overwhelming, but if you're duplicating yourself in the way that you should be, it's actually working smarter, not harder, because you know the person, like, so Brittany on my team that I sponsored, I know she's becoming very capable to have those conversations and do the work that I'm showing her, and she's going to show. So when she sponsored her sister Heather, I said, okay, you post the introduction for our team, you send her the boards link. Like, I got her to do all these things. I didn't do them for her, because that's me working smarter, not harder. I have a huge team and I have a lot of people, and I can't be like in everyone's business. Like, so did you know what I mean? So that's just a little like side piece to like not being like a multi-manager, because we just, when your business is big, you can't do it all, right? So just know that's normal. Okay, just feeling stuck. I did that one. Yeah, so as soon as we can get into like that income producing activity, booking the one-on-ones. So if you're like, I think about how I built my business to region. I didn't do a ton of Facebook parties, you guys. Okay, so in income producing activities mean one-on-ones at like a coffee shop, over Zoom, wherever. Facebook parties. So some people are really good at doing Facebook parties. I am not. I just have never been that person. I do one-on-ones, one-on-one. I do the business presentation, bam, shabam. That's my jam. Okay. And you can pick whatever one works for you. You can try a whole bunch of different things. You don't have to follow one specific like channel. Like, you don't have to follow one system, right? System is what I was looking for. You can do whatever works for you as a person. And then just, if you're finding like the Facebook parties are a hit and you're loving them, do that. If you're finding one-on-ones privately with speaking to one person, like one-on-one is more your thing, do that. If you want to mix it all up, do that. Like, no one's saying you have to do your business. You want to be an affiliate and just post a link and do that, like bizzer, then fine. But we need to be the ones educating people on all of those options so that they can choose for themselves. Okay. I did that already. Okay. Yeah, so the boards app, get people into that boards app, because that is like honestly like a time saver. That's a huge time saver, because it's all the information in boards. If you don't know what the app looks like, it's pretty simple. It's that where is it? Oh, install software update. No, later. Oh my God. Okay, forget it. It's like now asking for my password. So it's such an easy app. It's just boards in black with a white background. Download it and get added to multi-region. That's our success line, like, resource. It has everything under the sun that you could possibly need. And you can actually send documents to people by clicking the like world in the bottom left corner, and it brings up the board. It's like a keyboard. And then you can just literally send people, oh, you want information on the GGG? Here you go. It's so easy. So easy. Okay, we talked about Black Friday sales and how this month can be huge, but you don't just want one huge month. You want like a whole bunch of huge months. So your jobs is to get someone on your team into district manager qualification. And then you promote them out next month, or promote them out this month. And the other important piece to this is, I'm jumping ahead in my notes, but I want to just mention it now, is AIT is launching. Okay, so we've already talked about this before. So now is the time to be sponsoring people into your business, because then you're going to promote them out next month. And that's going to be a check mark and a 250, or what they might change the rules of like what you need. Don't quote me, but that's going to be like, if you sponsor someone and they promote to district manager, you get points for that. So unless they change that, that is what you want to be doing, because you can literally earn AIT if you sponsored. And you might think like, oh, okay, Jenna, let me just go and sponsor 5 people. But if you've been in conversations with people and you have prospects waiting to kind of jump on, like to join, you could promote 5 district managers, get them all in call this month, promote them next month, and you could literally earn the trip. Like, it's crazy. You obviously need to have other QB too, but like, that's crazy, right? Like, keep your mind open to these things. Okay, to do plugging people in. Don't overcomplicate things either. Like, I think I'm really good at this in my business, and maybe some might think that I'm like a lazy version of doing my business, but I just think it's really smart. I don't overcomplicate things. I don't spend hours making flyers. I don't spend hours doing things. I'm like quick, like, okay, let's do the business opportunity. Let's like talk, let's get it going. And then I'm like, if they're like, I follow up with them and I just make everything super quick. I'm obviously very like kind when I'm doing it, but I don't have a lot of time. I work full time as well. And I know a lot of people on here work full time as well. We don't have a lot of time to like, and if people step in my business, I step with them. And I take a big step with them. If I notice, like, when this goes back to when you sponsor people, some people will do nothing. Some people will do a lot. You step when they step. So if someone's showing you that they're like doing the things that you're telling them to do, then I'm like, I keep stepping. And like, I spend a lot of time helping those people. Whereas if someone's like, did you get the getting started training done? Did you do the survey, new consultant link? And they're like, no. Then I'm like, okay, like, let me know when you do. And if they don't, it's just like, I'm like, I don't like, I bless everyone on my team, but I don't write them off by any means, but I don't spend more committed time that I don't have with people that aren't like taking the steps. Do you understand? Okay. So, okay, I talked about managing consultants. Okay, so what are we at now? I'm going to wrap this up in about 5 minutes. So I have homework for everyone tonight. And don't worry, it's not like crazy homework. It's just something that I want you guys to do. So visualization and manifestation has a huge part and is a huge component to sponsoring. Okay. And having a successful business. So this is a big mouthful: visualization and manifestation. So I kind of like to think that I'm fairly good at this. And it takes a lot of work, and it takes like, it takes practice. But if you've not listened to Abraham Hicks, every time I do a training, I feel like I mention Abraham Hicks podcast. She's like brilliant. She just talks about like visualization, energy frequencies. You want your energy frequency to be really good. If you're feeling like you're in your business right now and you're like, yeah, everything's like not really going well. It's like, I'm stuck, and this person this, and I don't know, and I can't sponsor. That's not like that. All you're doing right there is like actually bringing down your energy vibration, and it's not going to help your business at all. So you want your energy to be, even if it's not going great, you still want to be like, I'm in this forever. I'm a lifer. It's going to come. I know. And this is the piece that you're going to do. So the homework is, you're going to actually, and I've done this multiple times, you're going to write out 5 people you're going to sponsor. I don't care if you're writing on your phone, on a notebook, whatever. And you're going to like write out who they are. So you're going to write out like, so I actually had Brittany written on my, like when I did this exercise, like, I don't know how many years ago, but I've sponsored now 2 Brittany's, and they're amazing. Brittany Keller, obviously one, and Brittany Mitchell is my second Brittany. And so that's just a kind of a freak thing. Like, I actually named the person and they joined my business, but you can name them Sam. I don't care what you name them. And you're going to say like who they are, where they live, like what they look like. You're going to be like, her name is Brooke. She lives in Vancouver. She is a tall brunette. She is hilarious. And I don't know, she works at Lululemon, and she's social, and she wanted something else to do on the side. Like, you just are going to write out each person that you want on your team. So think about like, and I remember when I first joined Arbonne and a couple years into my business, I remember being like watching girls on social media, because we're all like, oh, she's in Arbonne, okay. So like, I'd watch like whatever, Carly Pinchin or whoever, and I'm like, I want their team, like I want my team to feel like that. Like, I want to sponsor all these people that are like high energy and like the things I like, right? So like, think about who you are and what you like, and think about people you want to sponsor in your business to make it really fun. And then that's who you're going to write out as you're like manifesting your business and your team. So so whatever, you get the point, right? So, and then what you're going to do is you can also manifest and visualize like by sticky notes. So a lot of people do sticky notes. I've done them before when I went region. I did them. Maybe I should actually do them again. I could go nation and pull stickies. Create like a, and if you're not a sticky person, 100%, it's all good. Like I don't know. For me, it's fun, but I don't know. But it helps some people because it's like some people like that. Pull a sticky off. Like it gives them that challenge. So if that's who you are, by all means, do it. Right. And then yeah, affirmations. So affirmations, I remember like I would say affirmations all the time, and I'm gonna be honest, I haven't done affirmations in a little while, but they do help. So like I am a 5 wide executive national vice president with Arbonne, making $20,000 a month. Like you, like obviously if you're a 5 wide, you probably make more than that, but you just say like what you want, like what do you want and it doesn't have to be all about money and paychecks, but that's a really good example. Like what do you want to be making in a month? Like, well, there's what do you want to be making, and then there's like what do you want to be making, right? So like, do you want to make $10,000 a month with Arbonne? It is so possible, right? Like we've been there before. We've been there and we are going to get back there. And it's like, it's life changing, right? So like you need to have that vision, you need to have that passion. And then that's how you share it with other people and get them like kind of invested in like what this business can do for them, right? Okay. I think that's, and then energy. Like obviously I'm like, every time I talk about Arbonne, I'm just like, a side note, I'm also drinking the immunity fizz. So good. So good. We had a little, Adele went to the States and picked it up. We like mailed a bunch of stuff there. So delicious. I can't wait till it gets to Canada. But yeah, and then like energy, like I said, like your energy has to be there. So manifestation, visualization, high energy, IPA, doing the activity. Okay. So when you do all of those things, your business is going to explode. Like it just will. So I think that's all I have for you guys tonight. Yeah, I think that's all I have. I just want to make sure I didn't have any final notes. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. I don't know if there was where's the chat box? Like everything's moved to more. Okay, I just want to make sure I think there was just one person that said this was so good. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Hill. Thanks, Braden. Okay, perfect. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. I guess I could stop the recording. Let's just see where that is.